you blew it up. Were you angry that wasn't the right picture?
Maybe.
Uh-oh.
Get in the light.
Something in this darkness is draining me.
It's okay, honey. You're okay. That's different. I mean, dark places were uncomfortable for Alan too, but it didn't drain him like that. It just made it possible for the enemies to come to him.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
Now what?
Oh god, where's Simon when you need him?
What is that?
Oh my god.
On elevator, time to go.
Oh my god.
I told you.
It's like Slender Man matched with the...
He can't. He can't come into this area because it's so dark.
Okay. Are we really? Now?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Containment procedure none known. Testing in the investigation sector is currently ongoing. A vending machine, its front covered in a faux wood panel, coin-operated buttons for selecting food products. The item generates and stores a variety of material, both edible and otherwise, in its erosive internal trays. Initial testing suggests that the item reacts to the mind of the individual in closest proximity and will produce whatever they subconsciously desire. Attempts to cause the item to create a living blank have consistently failed. The item was discovered in a nursing home in Blank, Alberta, after a resident named Muriel Blank called a local news station about a magic vending machine. The news story reported that the nursing home staff was purposefully stocking the machine with distinctive food and objects, as a way to raise the residents' spirits. The Bureau response team encouraged this story while confiscating the item. Oh my god.
Yes, and so this is how a majority of the fights against Hartman will go. He will be wandering around in the darkness being that, and we need to basically go around and turn on the lights to drive him out.
Yeah, you can barely see him when he's in the darkness, actually. It's like, there's like a little bit of his resonance, but not a lot. It tells you where he is,
and he can like teleport right to you, I think.
Of course he can. Yes, that's a thing that his can do now. Well, hey, you know, actually no, it's a thing that his could always do, considering it just teleports the people in seemingly from their office chairs.
Yep.
In a completely different area than you. Ooh, Night Spring screenplay. Ooh, this screenplay was found after the Bureau acquired the Night Springs television series and all of its past episode scripts. It appears to be written by Alan Wake as part of an application to become one of the show's writers. Spec script episode Over the Threshold Darkly by Alan Wake. Host, voiceover. It is only human nature to wish to control the forces around us, and even more so to possess them. But what happens when those forces are not ours to claim, or even of this world? What if they are the things you can discover in Night Springs?
We are in a secret lab. There's a large sign on the wall that reads the Federal Bureau of Night Springs. Scientist, I told you several times, Director. It isn't ready, Director.
It's ready when I say it's ready, Doctor!
But the being beyond the portal, we have no control over it.
Is there a date on this thing?
No.
Damn it. Oh my god.
Sorry, just checking if... Okay, I'm going to get rid of some of these mods first.
Alright. You're over encumbered. Well, you're mostly encumbered.
Okay, back to fighting Hartman.
Back to fighting Hartman.
I think I'm gonna need another power cube.
admit to, the darkness itself could always like spawn enemies, but I don't think they necessarily teleport themselves. Oh look.
Okay, this room is really intimidating and all, but I know my rights.
Langston.
It's not a crime to
Langston!
try and get a book signed.
Making unauthorized contact with a dangerous paranatural entity is indeed a bureau offense, Mr. Langston, and can be prosecuted as such.
Wait.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that.
Is this like
Listen.
Langston in the Panopticon?
I think so.
All that happened is I heard Dr. Hartman was brought in, and since I'm a huge Alan Wake fan,
Yes,
I thought
you
it
are.
would be cool to get a copy of the Creator's Delay signed. That's a book that Hartman wrote about.
We know what it is.
Okay, good.
Oh my
Like
god.
that.
I was just looking to fill out my weight collection. I certainly didn't know Hartman would turn into some kind of shadow zombie.
That's a completely inaccurate description.
Whatever, listen, I'm just a desk jockey. I sort papers, do data entry, that kind of stuff. Don't come down on me like this. I made one mistake. I mean, I see people break the rules all the time, and no one is pulling them into dark rooms to yell at them. Yesterday, Dave Gleason and his crew were talking to that empty spacesuit and laughing their heads off.
We're letting you off with a warning.
Okay, alright.
But this is going on your record, so one more screw up and our next chat won't be so friendly.
Great. That is just great to hear, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Is there any chance I could get my copy of the Creator's Dilemma back?
No. Ah! That's even better than her saying no.
Yeah, and we will run into the empty spacesuit later.
Okay.
That is why I was pointing out the space helmet.
Yeah.
Because the spacesuit is alive and talks in nonsensical sentences. It's not hostile or anything, but it's...
So it's word salad humor, not word salad horror.
Yes.
Cool. There we go. Good. Alright.
Okay, making progress. And he's still down there being his creepy little self.
Oh god, he does kind of look like Slender Man, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there was like a bit. I'm trying to think of what else it reminds me of. The only thing that's coming forward is a picture of a monster I saw from a movie called The Ritual. I don't really know how to properly explain what that movie's about because I haven't actually seen it. I just know that it exists.
Yeah.
But good lord, I don't know. That doesn't fit right. Ooh, Dr. Emil Hartman is an academic psychotherapist that owned and operated a recovery center in Blank, Washington, focused on the treatment of artists struggling with creative blocks and other mental disorders. Publicly, Dr. Hartman's treatment center seemed unremarkable in its methods and purpose. Privately, however, Dr. Hartman was abusing his patients in order to utilize any latent blank abilities they may possess with the aim of shaping blank to his own benefit, which earned him a Class 2 paracriminal designation. Note, for more on the link between artists and their ability to blank reality through artistic medium, see file blank.
Investigation has proven that Dr. Hartman's illegal endeavors were conducted alone. After being approached by the Bureau during the blank investigation, he displayed no remorse or intention to cease his actions. Dr. Hartman was taken into custody, evaluated, and released blank months later.
What?
Having been deemed a negligible threat, his medical license has been permanently revoked.
He was released, later deemed a negligible threat after
They didn't expect him to jump into the frickin' lake and turn into a shadow zombie.
He earned the thing of a Class 2 paracriminal designation because his patients, including Alan, by the way, who was all messed up in this whole dark place thing, have been messing. Like, good lord, you don't do that. Granted, you don't expect the guy to go diving into the lake, that's true, but I'm surprised they didn't give him some more oversight.
How do you like that?
Jesse!
Oh, look, he literally clawed his way through the reinforced mesh.
Hey, you bust your way through solid concrete on a normal basis by dashing around.
21
Yeah.
years old, resident of Southern Texas.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I really don't
Oh, is this the
understand why
movie
I'm here.
Den guy?
You know what you did, Mr. Hammond.
I do?
I don't remember.
Delivery disaster.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, it wasn't very good.
That's not what your review said, but we'll come back to
Yes, it is. It's
Tell
Brian's
me
movie
where you
den.
got the movie from.
Movie night with a, a K, not an N, not night, like nighttime, but...
Who contacted you? Who told you to review that film?
No one. I just did it because it looked obscure. I didn't like the movie. I shouldn't have given such a high score, but reviewing obscure films makes you look smart. And I thought if I looked smart, I would get listeners. My podcast would take off, and I could put it on my parents' basement, and maybe even go to college and get a film review like I've always wanted to. I swear.
Oh.
Poor guy.
Okay,
Irritated side.
I'm ending the session.
Poor kid.
I know. I legit, he probably didn't. Oh, hello. That's an interesting place to put a binder.
Oh,
Jesse girl, hang on. Granted, no weirder than finding them on the floor of the bathroom, so there's also that.
Jesse, pick it up.
Jesse, please! There you go. Oh, good lord. Door appearance. An excursion into the Ocean View Motel and Casino discovered a previously unseen door in the lobby hallway. This door featured a spiral-shaped marking designated door blank. Similar to the other doors, it's locked and cannot be forced open. Alice Wake, a person of interest in the Bright Falls AWE, and the former wife of the missing author Alan Wake, a suspected para-utilitarian and blank, contacted Agents Shaw and Dempsey of the investigation sector using the phone number given to her in 2010 in accordance with civilian outreach protocols. The call resulted in Mrs. Wake being brought into the oldest house for an in-person interview. That's fair. For a full transcript, refer to file blank on blank 2017. The excursion into the Ocean View Motel occurred later the same day. Conclusion: determining whether this was a basic synchronicity event, if Alice Wake is responsible for its appearance, or if the door itself relates to AWE 35 is paramount. She should be returned to the oldest house, possibly even taken into the motel itself to confirm if any other changes occur. Oh, good lord.
So that must have been why you initially thought maybe it was 2017 when this happened, because that's when Alice visited here.
Yeah.
Which is 2 years before all this nonsense started.
Oh, good lord. Do you want...
What are you doing in investigation?
Hi!
Don't scare me like that, Langston.
If you're talking right now, I can't hear you. It's a one-way system.
Why?
Try to find an intercom.
Why is it one-way system?
Langston, it's me, Jesse.
I know. I can see you on the monitors.
Smile.
Cameras in there haven't worked since we sealed that sector off a couple years back.
Let me guess. You sealed it because of the monster guy.
Wait, did you see Dr. Hartman?
Yep.
Jesus, I really wish you hadn't opened that fire break. Okay, listen, you need to find Hartman and kill him before he gets out into the Bureau.
That thing is a person?
It was a person.
He was a person.
Oh, yeah, look at
We
that.
brought him here to study after he was, altered in an AWE. I forget the medical word for what happened, but now light physically hurts him. Do you have a flashlight?
No.
A lantern? Headlamp? Oh, yeah, flare gun. Oh, Christmas lights. You could wrap them around
Oh my god, imagine him meeting Barry. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll think of something. I'll keep an eye on you for the panopticon. This is kind of exciting, right?
Maybe from where you're standing.
Right, okay. Well, break a leg. Oh, why did I say that?
Okay. This Hartman thing can't have gotten very far.
Alright, what's
Let's
next?
go flush him out. Langston was right. This is kind of
It's
exciting.
just nice to have someone to talk to, you know? Ever since I got put in charge of the panopticon,
Oh
people
my
treat me
God.
different. Like I'm crazy for wanting to work with altered items. People just don't understand the altered items like I do.
He's just
you know?
gonna have like a minute-long
Oh
ramble.
my
But
god.
it does take a very empathetic mind to connect with the items.
Doesn't
Still, I
want to
don't know why
brag.
people are making it so personal.
Oh
I mean,
my
the teams
god.
in research handle paranatural materials every day, and no one thinks they're weird. Well, maybe that's not true. Darling is famous for being a bit out there.
He has
but
a bow tie,
when
of course.
he's weird, it's charming. Altered
That's
items
because of the bow tie.
really aren't that frightening once you get to know them. If you figure out what they like or don't like, you know, what sets them off,
then there's nothing to worry about.
Until you
I
abandon
guess at the end of the
a
day, we're
fridge
still just
that will murder
wild
you.
animals scared of our own shadows. We're supposed to be on the same team, but sometimes it feels like it's every department for themselves, like it's a race, and we're all trying to be number one. If it is a race, though, I'd say Darling is a mile ahead of everyone else.
Okay.
He was Trench's golden boy for years, but that relationship has gotten pretty tense, or so I've heard through the grapevine. Not that I spread rumors, just,
Langston.
you know, people talk. Not me, though. I keep my nose to the grind. Too
But
much
my
work
ears
to do to
opened.
focus on those kinds of things. I need to stay focused so I can get my work done and get home to feed Alfred.
He's
Of
just
course,
gonna talk forever,
can't always
isn't he?
make it. Have my neighbor check in on Alfred at 7 o'clock if I'm not back yet.
Is that his
She's
cat?
very nice. Her name is Maria. She's older. She came to New York in the 50s to attend school and has been here ever since. She has a couple of kids. I met them at Thanksgiving. Big family. Very nice people. Anyway, she has a key to my apartment and she gives Alfred
That's
his
his
dinner
cat.
if I'm
He has
not
a cat,
home.
right?
I'm gonna have to buy her a nice fruit arrangement as a thank you after this.
Okay, that's
I'm
precious.
missing a lot of Alfred's meal times. She's probably gonna have to go to the store for more wet food. I'll have to remember to pay her back. Hold on, let me make a note. Pay back for Alfred.
Does he still think he's talking to her? Does he still think she's listening?
Okay.
Does
Maybe.
he forget he left the microphone on?
And fruit arrangement. All right, done.
Oops.
Are you a cat person? I don't think I ever asked. You seem like one.
Oh my god, he is still
You
talking
like
to
Alfred. He's very proper. Really carries himself well, you know?
He's comparing her
I
to
named
his
him
cat.
after my favorite poet. Felt like a good fit. I got Alfred just before Sylvia died when I was at the...
Oh my god.
You know, I don't really remember where I got Alfred from.
Plot twist. Alfred's an
But,
altered
boy,
item.
those two did not get along.
Definitely an altered item.
No. Sylvia
An
thought
altered
she
cat.
owned the place. Didn't like me getting in her way. Scratched me more than once when I was just trying to move her food bowl. That cat was a real asshole.
Wow.
I'm realizing now that language was
kinda
not
harsh.
entirely professional. You see, Sylvia didn't tolerate most people, or animals, or anything. And that's what I meant when I said asshole.
He's more
I would
aggressive
never use
about
that
his
word about a
cat
person.
than he
It's
was
just,
about an altered item.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Hey, there's a light flashing on the console here. I got to check this out. I'll get back to you later.
Real smooth, Langston.